Welcome to Innovator's Journey, the show where we explore the world of entrepreneurship through insightful interviews with trailblazers who are bringing unique business visions to life. Joining us on the show today is award-winning author Brett Diffley. Brett, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jennifer. Glad you could have me.
Absolutely. Your journey to becoming an author is inspiring, especially considering you spent 25 years writing your first book. What motivated you to keep writing, and how did that lead to the creation of your award-winning series, Davenport?
Well, that's a broad question, and I didn't want to publish. I mean, that was not my goal.
Hmm.
And even now, I'm not doing this for the notoriety or anything like that. It's just that I love writing a story, and it started way back when you're reading books. It's like when you're at a movie and you're going, you're starting to get drawn into it, and then something happens. It's something that's goofy, bad actor, and whatever, and it draws you back out, and or it's not realistic. And that's how it all started with me. And I was reading books. I'm going, oh, for the love of God. It was, and so, so I started writing my own book, and then I didn't know how to get out of a rut and get back in a groove. That's what I call it. And as it turns out, all I had to do was sit down for a few minutes, go drink a cup of coffee or whatever the case may be to snap out of it. But one time I didn't write for 5 years. So there was a long time, even though you're going, wow, 25 years to write a book. That's not exactly correct. There's a lot of lazy time in between there. So I just started putting this thing together. And then after 5 years, I picked it up and went, oh my God, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's where it really started clicking and everything else. And I'm an adventurous guy, got a great imagination. It's one of my gifts. And that's how this whole journey started. And then I had one of my friends read it, and one of my best fans is my brother. And he's a big wig out on an oil platform. So there's a lot of testosterone around. And these books are so good. He thought that he could read the book while he's watching, he's out on a rail and watching the crews do their stuff. And when I'm writing, I try to get that response that I want. I want a tear. I want a laugh out loud moment. And to do it, you kind of have to layer it. So he's out on this oil platform, and he hits one of these spots, and he starts getting choked up because he called and told me. He cussed at me. He goes, yeah, there's a friggin' tear going down my cheek. I had to go back to my room so that nobody could see me. So anyway, that's kind of how it all started. I'm still learning as I go, but I do enjoy it.
Process. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about your style. Your writing is known for its gripping action scenes and emotionally engaging, overlapping points of view. I'm very curious about this. Can you share what inspired this unique style and how it resonates with your readers?
So, to answer your question, I would say it's a learning experience. And every few years, right now, I'm going right back through all the books, because my writing style has changed. Oh my God. I'm looking at this going, all right, so I need to change this or adjust this or edit this. And one of the biggest things I've learned is layering the POV, because you'll see something traumatic, okay? You will describe it in one way. Then the person standing right next to you will describe it in another way. And then another person will describe the other one. If you can layer it, and there are some, if you can layer it 4 times, I can guarantee you're going to shed a tear or you're going to laugh out loud. It just, because it keeps drawing you in. Like, again, when you go see a movie, all of a sudden you're drawn in. There's nothing pulling you back out, and you keep getting drawn in, and you get emotionally attached.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Absolutely. Absolutely. Unexpectedly, for some, it seems, according to your brother.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And and just to be clear, I mean, he's got one of his buddies, Tom Spears in Black Dawn and Storm Warning. He has grown into it's still the Davenport series, but he has grown into this wonderful character where chivalry isn't dead with him. And he would agree with me if he was standing here, and he'd say, all right, get the friggin' camera off me. But he's a great character. So one of my brother's best friends is a retired SEAL. And so he passed the message along that, because I contemplated doing something different with Tom, maybe even killing off the character. because it would draw that emotional response because I could build up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Don't ever kill him off, or I will come to see you." And that's a quote. I mean,
Yeah.
it was yeah.
So people have an attachment to the characters too,
Oh
huh?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So you're launching a new fantasy thriller series called Terror Effect. With Terror Effect, you're exploring the idea of heroes born from the white light. What inspired this concept? What is the concept and what inspired it? And how does it challenge traditional notions of good and evil? What a question.
Yeah, good question, Jennifer. I don't know where these ideas come from. I'll be honest with you. They just so I can't give you too much on this book because it'll give a lot away. But
Hmm.
you're reading the news about this is where it all kind of started with me. It's heartwarming stuff, heart
Hmm.
ripping stuff about people that get attacked, that are murdered, raped, or whatever the case may be. And that's where this whole premise started with me. And then I got to reading about the white light, and that's where everything kind of came together. And I don't really want to go beyond that, but it is
Okay.
a fantasy thriller.
Okay.
And then as it turns out, I've got at the when I'm writing, I put it all. It's all in Word and it's in chapters. Then I put it together in book form, edit, and then I will send it to a professional editor, and then I have proofreaders. Okay, and they're
Hmm.
the people that go on the back of the book. That's the agreement. And I've been asked twice now of these three proofreaders if this is going to turn into a series. That wasn't my goal, but
Hmm.
now that I'm looking at it, I'm going, well, yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, because I've already got ideas for the next book and the next one. So, although I've got the Davenport series, is it's spectacular. You
Hmm.
know, again, drawing people in. You want to kind of play with other things,
Yeah.
and so I did the that was so Treacherous Paths is unpublished yet. It's coming out, and Chance is still in the Davenport series. Both those are,
Hmm.
and Chance is the thriller like Psycho and Silence of the Lambs, but still in the Davenport series. So it's got a lot of genres that are that will make different readers happy.
Hmm.
So
Well, in addition to Terror Effect, you have two other exciting books, from what I understand, to be released soon. One you just mentioned, right? The Treacherous Paths and Chance. Okay, you mentioned both of these. So, can you give us a sneak peek into what readers can expect from these stories?
I would say, again, Chance is a thriller. It was my spin on that kind of genre. And Treacherous Paths, it's Harry Potter thick. Thick. It's a good read. And all these books could be, on the big screen. They're that good. And I mean, Treacherous Paths has to do with an oil platform. That was just to screw with my brother. And has to do with battling the Chinese, nodules, sunken treasure, pirate ships. That's in the prologue, setting everything up. And there's even a sword fight a mile below the surface. But again, I can't give you the details of that. But it is, again, my goal is to grab that reader, take them away from their daily lives, and let them, go off. Let me hold their hand and take them on a journey.
Hmm.
Ultimate goal. Again,
Hmm.
it's not notoriety. It's just having fun,
Hmm.
taking people away.
Yeah. Well, what a fascinating story. How can our listeners or audience learn more about you or read your books?
Well, you can go to my website, brettdiffley.com. I just got um, a YouTube channel, so you can actually go look at all the book trailers, and they're pretty good. And I just started doing that, and there's this video will even end up there. Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, and as far as the other three books that are unpublished, there's Chance, Treacherous Paths, and Terror Effect. Those are only on pre-order right now. And again, I'm just following what my advertisers are saying and how they're approaching all this. We've
Hmm.
got the book trailers getting worked on those three too, so we can slowly add them to it. But the thing about these books, and I can say that they're awesome books, and they are. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote them. Well, yeah, okay, I won't lie. Oh yeah, they are awesome. But my mom, as an example, she calls me up at 11:30 at night. She woke me up for God's sake, and she goes, "Brett, I'm usually in bed by 6. and I can't put this book down. And that sums up, if you give them a chance, and I can't say enough, you should start with book one, get used to the characters, and then you'll be drawn in. I absolutely guarantee it.
Okay. That's from the award-winning Davenport series you're talking about there, right?
Yeah, and they're all on Amazon too. So,
okay. Well, Brett, thank you so much for your time today.
Jennifer, it's been a pleasure. And again, you have a wonderful smile.
Oh, thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Jennifer Pierce. Thanks for tuning in to Innovator's Journey.